Welcome back, Brick Buddies. And do I have a project in store that is sure to light up your LEGO display? This is the LEGO Ideas set. Set number 21335 and made of 2,065 pieces. This is the motorized lighthouse. This build is comprised of 13 bags and a few additional accessories, including the motor and the battery pack. In this envelope, we have the 2 instruction books. The first one to build the base of the model, and the second one will focus more on the lighthouse itself. And of course, we also have a few stickers included. There's also a deep blue base plate included for this build. This box contains the power pack. There's multiple hookup areas, and this pack will fit nicely into the build, as you'll see in a minute. On the backside are 4 screws that will need to be removed in order to access the panel where we insert the batteries. You're going to need 6 AA batteries. We're going to take our mini Phillips head screwdriver and we're going to remove these 4 screws. Now I'm going to show you how to actually put these batteries in the pack. After all 4 screws are removed, this part in the middle is going to have to come out. Once you remove this little tray, you'll see that there's space for you to insert 3 AA batteries on each side. If you go to insert the tray and it doesn't fit just flush or fall in nice and snug, you'll want to look for these little teeth that I'm pointing to here, and you'll see how they slip in properly into the little slots pictured here. As long as you line them up in the right directions, the tray should fall into place no problem. Now let's get to the fun part. Let's start building. At the end of bag 1, we have the base of our build, and we also have our minifigures built. This set also comes with a sweet little kitty. I haven't seen this mold for this cat before. At the end of bag 2, we now have the power pack and the motor installed. And yes, you're going to have to work around these wires for most of the build. You'll notice that the motor is already hooked up to the power pack, and coming out of the power pack is another cord with 2 of the LED light bulbs. Pressing up or down on this lever is what turns on the motor and also powers both the lights. Why are there 2 light bulbs, you might be wondering? Well, one, of course, is going to be at the top of the lighthouse, and the second is going to be inside of the lightkeeper's house, lighting up the fireplace. Bag 3 brings us some of the exterior stonework on the outside of the cliffs. We're also going to be building the walkway that leads up to the lighthouse, and the start of this little small cave. And what cave wouldn't be complete without a treasure chest and a bat hanging from above? With bag 4, we're going to finish the stonework around the perimeter of the build. We've also made the base of the lighthouse solid. We've also built this really neat little sneaky side panel. But when we pop it off, bam, right there is the power pack. So if you ever need to change the batteries, it's nice and easily accessible. With bag 5, we can now start to see the lighthouse taking shape. A few features of note are the axe and our first ladder. We're also starting to build the lighthouse keeper's house. We have the start of our fireplace. This is where one of the lights is going to go. Inside, we can see a bed, a few pictures, and a few accessories. By the end of bag 7, we've added a lot of external features to the house. At the end of bag 8, we will have completed the interior structure of the second level of the lighthouse. We're also starting to work some of these wires up through the model. And here's another one of our sticker pictures hanging up. This shaft will extend all the way through the height of the lighthouse. This is what's going to turn the lens. With bag 9, we'll be starting to add some of the exterior features to the lighthouse. On to bag 10, and we start adding windows. We also start adding a few more external features around the perimeter of the lighthouse. Bag 11 focuses on the roof of the house. The details on the roof are quaint and quite fitting for this build. The roof is also constructed so it tucks neatly against the lighthouse and is able to pop off easily to view the interior of the house. With bag 12, we finished the top tier of the lighthouse. At this point, all the windows and exterior features are finished. The lens piece is a unique element that had to go through a whole lot of trial and error until LEGO got it just right. And I think they nailed it once again. An aerial view shows the gears at work while the motor is running, while the exterior lens container is made of a bunch of garage door elements. Now that the build is complete, let's take a more in-depth look at some of the finer features of this build. An abandoned anchor, a seagull, and a fish in a bucket are some nice little touches. And on the back, we see the hidden battery compartment. It blends in so seamlessly with all the other rocks. Hidden inside of the pirate's cave is where all the magic happens. This is where the lever is located to turn on the motor that powers the fireplace and the spinning lens at the top of the build. A nice little Easter egg is this sticker that was inspired by a private family photo that Sandro, who's the designer of this idea's build, took while on a trip visiting a lighthouse that was similar to this. Additional features of this build include these 4 removable panels that allow us to get a real nice inside view of the lighthouse. On each level, we'll see an array of tools, ladders, and photos. And that about wraps up this build. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving us a like and subscribe. What was your favorite part of this build? Let me know in the comments below. Until we meet again, Brick Buddies.